I was not planning to make another Dalton and Sako video, but it seems like every time I turn my head, there's a new update. And I like to cover things I'm interested in, and I just have a feeling since I've been so interested in this, I got a feeling that I'm not the only one too. So let's get into what is the latest with Dalton and Sako since what I covered in my last video. First, I started following Highlight, Dalton's friend, which is one of the people have been accusing Sako of cheating with. But I was looking at his stories.
Since everybody.
Oh, looky, who is that cookie right there? Hey, y'all need to stop hating. Sako, tell them stop hating. Stop hating.
Then we got the other guy who we saw behind Sako, the security guard, and he decided to make a few more videos opening up about Buddy, which is Dalton. I guess he doesn't want to name drop Dalton anymore. And he had a few other things to say.
And all that shit y'all saying about nigga Doobie, man. Nigga stupid as hell. Y'all better leave my brother alone. Y'all got me fucked up. Talking about that was Sako dancing in the club. Shut up. We ain't even make that video. I'll just repost it because we got tagged in it. We ain't even make that shit. And that was not no Sako dancing in no video either. I wouldn't have never let her been out there doing no shit like that. She could do all that, have all that fun after her shit is over. Y'all niggas be wilding too much. All this clout chasing videos and recordings and shit. Y'all talking about she cheating out with me and Highlight. We standing up and she's in the booth. And I'm standing up watching and guarding the booth while y'all goofy motherfuckers walking by taking pictures and recording like y'all just mad because y'all came and tried to get a picture and I didn't allow y'all to get a picture. So she wasn't taking no pictures or doing no talking. She just wanted to come out and get some peace.
Which, I mean, I can see what he's saying because in the club video, in my opinion, it didn't look that bad because if they really are security, of course, they're going to try to block Sako off so nobody can come up to her or see her. They're going to try to protect her. She doesn't want to talk to other people and she just wants to enjoy herself. I think what's suspicious is her getting caught at the hotel with this guy because if there's other people there that she was meeting, you think you would see them or you think she would have mentioned like, yeah, I'm going to this hotel for a girls' night. But if you're not like having a girls' night or something, then why are you at a local hotel spending the night without Dalton when you have a house literally nearby that you can stay at? That doesn't make much sense unless it's like a booty call and something's going on. And the fact that it sounds like Dalton really didn't know where Sako was that day when this did happen, yeah, it definitely sounds suspicious in my opinion. Shout out to Lexi's Langape or whatever, Lagniape. Okay, I suck at pronouncing shit. So you guys see the name right now, right there. Shout out to her.
Started screaming. Just gonna talk, y'all, and let y'all know what's going on with me and Buddy. All these accusations is crazy. When I met Buddy, it was at Summer Sins last year. You know, they had a bunch of people bomb rushing him. He really wasn't paying attention to her, you know, just talking to fans and stuff like that, you know. And that's kind of what came about the whole reason of them even offering me the job because I kind of kept people off of her, seeing people were surrounding her while he was talking. It was his suggestion too, by the way.
I keep forgetting to unmute my mic. I have to mute my mic so I don't have echoes like I did in my last video. But what I was saying, I was sitting here talking this whole time and it didn't get recorded. But what I'm saying is I think if he was really hired by Dalton as security, that it is really manipulative that Dalton didn't mention that when he first alluded that something may be going on between Sako and this guy. And then it makes me question, like, why are we trying to manipulate the narrative? Like, what are you hiding?
His suggestion. He really wasn't paying attention to her, you know, just talking to fans and stuff like that, you know. And that's kind of what came about the whole reason of them even offering me the job because I kind of kept people off of her, seeing people were surrounding her while he was talking. It was his suggestion too, by the way. You know, we met at Summer Sins, whatever. He hit me, was like, yo, you a good dude, this, and that. Would like you to work with us in the future. You know, they said we like to go to festivals, you know, stuff like that, so we'll keep you posted. Time go past, they hit me up about Redneck Rave. We out there, you know, I'm out there, you know, working with them.
Okay, so it sounds like they've only known each other for like a year or so. Because at first I thought like this had been Dalton's boy for years, but it sounds like their friendship is pretty new.
Could tell something was like going on between them, but you know, it's none of my business. You hear me? So, you know, I'm just seeing the disturbance. They got friends, though. It's a bunch of people around, you know. It's Redneck Rave, you know, everybody kicking it, partying. There was a friction, you know, but like I said, again, it wasn't none of my business, you know, until things started getting more out of hand, you know, as the night went on. I had talked with Dalton. You know, he felt some type of way with her, and I just told him, you know, y'all need to put that to the side and handle your business and, you know, do what you got to do here. And then when y'all get home, handle that. But you got a bunch of friends here. Y'all invited a bunch of people here, you know, so you might as well just stay and kick it. But
I wonder what happened that had him so heated. But yeah, like this guy's saying, just calm down, especially if you're around a bunch of people and you think if you would be a public figure, you would just try to put on a happy face just to get through the day.
To the side for now. And you do what y'all supposed to do. You know, he was like, all right, cool, but he couldn't control his temper, his mental. And in the night, like I said, he ended up leaving in the middle of the night. And he was just talking crazy, not to me, but to her and everybody else around. Not to me or highlight, you feel me? Then he ended up leaving her there in the middle of the night, you feel me? I come back from the camper in the morning and she's like, he left. They had business to attend to that day at Redneck Rave. So with him not being there, and the whole thing was really meant for him. He wouldn't talk to her or no, I guess other people were trying to call him. I reached out to Buddy. Buddy was real belligerent, like he was really in his feelings. You left your wife here, bro. You know, you got to come back.
That is messed up, especially considering the fact that we've seen, like, when they go to a lot of these events, and I'm pretty sure it was Redneck Rave specifically, they made a video showing all the alcohol that they got for it, and it was ridiculous. Like, it was a whole pickup truck that you could fill the back of a pickup truck with how much alcohol they had. And I'm going to be honest, I think that's probably the common source behind a lot of their problems is alcohol gets them drunk and they start saying and doing shit, you know, they normally want to do sober. But anyways, that's kind of messed up is she's like super wasted. I'm sure she was. And then you just get up and leave her drunk in the middle of the night by herself.
You left your wife here, bro. You know, you got to come back. And plus you got work to attend to. Said he went and got a hotel or was an hour away. Or, you know, bro, you just got to be a man. Be in control of your emotions. Put that shit to the side, you know, and come back. Show me appreciation for that. That's why I don't even know why he trying to slander me now. The truth is eventually going to come out about him, you know. And damn, bro, if I would have talked to anybody else here, they wouldn't have told me that. I really appreciate that. You put me in check, you know, and telling me I needed to man up. I got text messages of him telling me this. This ain't just us on the phone. Come back. So he ended up coming back. So his only ultimatum to come back was to speak with her in the room by herself with nobody around, none of her friends around. So I went back and told her. She said, yeah. So we had their conversation. You know, that was their business. As the night went on, again, they did what they had to do, but Buddy was very distant, you know, from her. You know, the rest of that day was very noticeable. You know, from everybody. Everybody knew. He was cussing out people, being rude to people. You know, he was just in this mood, being angry. People out there know I ain't lying.
Here's the thing. He said he did this at Redneck Rave, and he also claimed that Dalton was the same exact way as his 4th of July party, that he was trying to act like he was better than everyone else and was talking shit to his friends. He's trying to make him sound like he's like one of those passive-aggressive dudes. Or like these people that try to laugh and make it sound like a joke, but it's not really a joke. And it's like one thing doing that like in private, you know, but it's not everybody's down with that. But it's one thing doing that in private, but it's another doing it in front of like a big group of people or a big group of friends or around all your wife's friends and your friend.
Lying. Y'all could if y'all ain't here, y'all can let it be known I'm not lying. If he wanted to like go off on her, but he like would see me there, didn't do nothing. And like I said, he was just being very distant. You know, he was just leaving her, basically. Like I said, that was the whole reason I was hired. So I was there with her. She's telling me, like, you know, this is bothering her. You know, she's having a real stressful time. You know, she don't want things to be like this. Why can't we just chill and enjoy our friends and handle it later? I kind of agree with her with that. This is the same thing I told him. So, but at the end of the night, it just got more and more aggressive. They're inside. They got their camper there inside. I'm outside. You know, it's people hanging outside, people inside. I guess they get into it. And I guess apparently the RV or whatever, he had like, wouldn't let her out the door. He was standing in front of the door, you know. And like apparently she was just trying to get out. He wouldn't let her out. So like I said, again, I'm not lying. Like I said, there's people that was there. So I'm outside though. Apparently this is what they're telling me. Apparently he's in there, they're arguing. They hear him arguing. She's just saying, let me out. He's not letting her out. So she just starts screaming, let me out. So when she started screaming, and everybody came and got me, you know, obviously, because I'm working her security, you know. As soon as I walked in, he let her out. She walked out and walked straight out the RV. And he walked out and he wanted to like.
God damn, that's starting to make me think, did she want security to protect her, not just from the public, but from Dalton too?
Do something. You could tell he wanted to like start cussing and shit, but he didn't because I was there. Every time he was rude to people, I was like never around. I never saw it. So when people tell me he was being rude, I'm like, I never saw it. But I could tell he wanted to like rage after he walked out the room. Like he was pissed. People were witnessing it. You know, obviously, she's in distraught. So her friends are comforting her. You know, she's crying. She's trying not to cry in front of people. You know, it's people around everywhere. So, you know, just a whole scene or whatever. Nobody ended up having fun because that's what was going on. Anarchy and BNA went in there and tried to like just joke around with him. And apparently he like was cussing them out. Like, get the fuck out. Da-da-da-da. Buddy was on rage mode the whole weekend with everybody else, though. After that's over, like I said, witnessing everything.
This is just a pure assumption, but just hearing the word rage and the fact that multiple people have said they see Dalton raging, and people are also saying they think he's on steroids because he's gotten so much muscular. He's gained a lot of muscle, like this past year especially. Could that be why he's raging so much? I don't know. That's just pure speculation. That roid rage is... You can't mess with that roid rage. That roid rage is real serious.
He messages me after that. Hey, I'd like to invite you out the 4th of July. You know, you on highlight. Boom, boom. Let's make some content. I'm not really a content motherfucker. You know, everybody who knows me knows that I'm not like, I don't care for that shit. I might work with a lot of people who are into that shit. I don't care for it. He's trying to act like highlight, trying to use him for content creation. He's got his own day in the city out here. My man don't need you for no kind of motion, my boy. Try to make it seem like me and highlight, trying to use him to get views or likes or whatever, you know, off of it. And that was totally not the case. And that video that I was in with them, and highlight knows this too. This video that I was in with them, I wasn't even supposed to be in it. Day after 4th of July, it was that Sunday, and everybody was leaving. And they were making a video before we left. So I was just waiting for highlight to get done so we can slide. But he asked me to be in the video. I didn't ask to be in the video. And highlight noticed. He asked me to be in the video. That's what happened. You know, we just all came up with whatever we was going to come up with. That's how it happened. But I didn't like beg you. And we didn't give you no merch, you know, for you to wear in your content. We gave you that out of love, you know what I mean? Because we was being cool. We just met you. After everybody think me and Dalton was like friends and we was close, we met at Summer of Sins last year. And I started doing business with him. And the only time after that with him was at Redneck Rave, which was in June of this year. Summer of Sins was what? August, September last year. So how many months is that before I even saw him again? That was my first time ever meeting him. And even at 4th of July as well, he was on the same board as it was at Redneck Rave with everybody. You know, nobody was fond of him. He was just out front, being real distant from her, you know, and she was kind of making points to me, you know, about certain things. And I'm just like, yeah, I couldn't be mad because I saw it. I'm like, yeah. She like, damn, I'm checking up on him. He ain't coming back here checking up on me at all. And, you know, I'm working with her at Redneck Rave, so I see her going back and forth checking on him. You need something to drink? Giving a kiss, boom. But she's getting angry. So when she mentions something to anybody, he get mad and aggressive. You know, like I said, again, that's their business, you know. But I see it. After 4th of July, whatever happened, you know, with them, and she was done. Kind of changes narrative all in your videos. Like me and her got something going on just because I'm with her all the time because she's in fear of you trying to change the narrative to try to assassinate her character and try to assassinate my character. You know what I'm saying? Try to assassinate my brother's highlights character. And then y'all mad at me talking about, oh, I'm all aggressive. Like he didn't call out my name to try to make me look bad on the internet.